Hello, everybody, and welcome to my channel. My name is Roberta Robbins, and it is the middle of January 2021, and it has been probably 2 months since I have done a reading for my YouTube channel. And there has been a lot of things shifting and changing. We went through Sagittarius season, which was the last reading I did that would have finished for around the 20th of December. And for some reason, I didn't feel really called to do one for the Capricorn season. I thought I was going to, but I feel like we've had a lot of different energies shifting and moving since winter solstice, coming up to winter solstice, throughout the Christmas holidays, shifting from one year to another. And just a few days ago, we had our first new moon of 2021. There's been a lot. So when I do my readings, it's usually when I feel like I am very called to do them and have the energy and focus to sit here with them. And today I did. So as I record, this is January 17th. And I was trying to think about, well, there could be so many readings I could do. I could do a weekly one. I could do a mid-month reading, Aquarius season reading, and then a relationship one. And when I sat down and just took stock of where I am personally on this day within my life, what energies are coming in, what messages are coming in, what I'm noticing with my friends, what I'm noticing with my clients, what I'm feeling within the collective, what it all boiled down to today is this reading is going to be originally going to be called the What the F relationship reading, but I'm going to call it a little bit more professionally. It is going to be a divine masculine and feminine reading for the Aquarius season. So what does that mean? That means I'm going to be doing this reading that will be giving us insight and guidance for the Aquarius season, which will start on January 19th. That is when the sun enters Aquarius, and that goes to February 18th. And so it'll be through that period, we're tapping into the energy during that time, asking Spirit, asking Source to give us support and guidance. And we're going to be tapping into the divine masculine, the divine feminine. You'll hear me talk about what I'm meaning by that, how I would suggest you looking at it, but also a really deep thing here about relationships. I'm going to focus definitely about the navigation of our soul journey, our self-love, our self-worth, but also what is going on with relationships, and especially love relationships. So I'm going to be kind of breaking it down in different areas, and I'm going to be doing a little thing at the end where I'm going to pull some guidance for those that are looking for love, those that are like ready and are active into searching, open for a new relationship and that experience. Can do some guidance for those that are already in committed relationships. Also, a little mini reading for those that are leaving relationships as they are ending and you're transforming into the next stage. And then a little guidance for those on the twin flame journey. So this may be quite a long reading, but let's see how it goes. I always like to give you guys some little highlights, a little overview of what the astrological, a little bit of numerology sometimes within this, of how this Aquarius season is going to look with certain things like our new moons, our full moons, and anything else that might be happening in that time. So you've already heard me say that the sun enters into Aquarius from Capricorn on January 19th. It goes to February 18th before the sun enters into Pisces season. So Aquarius is an air sign, independent, eccentric, wants to have that freedom and has strong opinions and views and wants to make new way for things, right? Very innovative, creative, and wants to pave, right, a new way. So we will be entering into that season in just a few days from this starting of this recording. Trust whenever you tap into this reading, it's exactly where you're supposed to be in the reading, and you'll get exactly what is meant for you within what comes up through the guidance of the cards and from spirit. So the other things that happen, we are in January right now, of course, we're in our new year. We are in a year of energetic 5 energy. So a lot of movement, change, freedom that is wanting to be expressed through this entire year of 2021. A little different than the 2020. We're still feeling this energy of 2020. We didn't just drop into a new year and thought, let's be done with 2020, even though I know a lot of us were like, we are so done with 2020. But the thing is, we are making way for a new world, a new way of being within ourselves, what's important to us, how we're living, how we're being creative, how we're interacting with each other collectively. There are so many things that are still breaking down, and we're still carrying some of these themes and energetics, and we will for the first at least quarter of 2021. So we have this 5 energy year now, where last year was the 4, a lot about foundations and stability and what was breaking away and all that. Now we want this movement and freedom. January has been an energy month of 6, and then we're going to be moving into February, and we're going to go into a 7 energy. So I don't want to get into all of those things because I could be here forever explaining all this stuff, but I definitely, you can follow me on my other social media avenues. Monthly, Joy Kingsborough and I are been doing a monthly forecast. You can find us over on the Sacred Self community. If you Google that over in the groups for Facebook, you can come and join Joy and I, and every month we do a forecast for our group, talking about the numerology, the astrology, the sacred rhythms of the month, and how to navigate those. So definitely check that out if that is of interest. So the other things, the key things I just want to point out to you guys as we're coming up to this month is we, like I said, just a few days ago on the 12th, so 5 days ago, we had our first new moon. Our full moon is going to be on the 28th in fiery Leo. So a very fiery, energetic type full moon on January 28th. And that's going to be at 2:16 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when it peaks into its full power, full illumination. And then in February, we have our new moon in Aquarius, and that is on the 11th at 2:06 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you might want to write those down if you guys don't have that anywhere. I also want to mention that right now Mars is in Taurus and Venus is in Capricorn for the next little while. And so Mars, masculine, divine masculine energy, action, movement, he's in the very earthy, stable, solid, slow moving Taurus. Usually Taurus are very slow, steady individuals, energetics. They're ruled by Venus, the planet Venus. And they want to get really sure. So Mars right now in his divine essence of his masculine energy, he just came out of his own fiery Aries sign. Now he wants movement, and there's going to be movement, but he wants to be very sure and be wise in how he moves forward. He's going to be cautious, but taking in information and making sure what he's moving towards are for the highest good, the best choice, and very grounded for him. So we can use and work with that energy ourselves. Venus is in Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. We've had a lot of Saturn stuff this past while, but Venus in Capricorn, she doesn't want drama. She wants to be solid and sure. She's going within, getting very strong within herself and what she wants, who she is, and just recalibrating within her energetics to be her soul truth and anchored. So Mars, masculine, Taurus, steady, fast, cautious, looking forward very wisely as he moves forward, and Venus being very solid within herself as she is moving forward throughout this next month. We do have Mercury is going to be going retrograde on January 30th, and that's going to be to February 18th. So just as we're actually going into Pisces season, Mercury will actually go direct again. So January, was it? I just want to make sure I'm saying that I'm actually getting that right. No, 20th, January 30th to the 20th. It was off by a couple days. So just as we're starting to move into that Pisces, we have Mercury going direct at that time. So January 30th to February 20th is Mercury retrograde, our first one of 2021. I think those are the key highlights. So things I want to go into for this reading, we're going to get an energetic flow here, guys. We're going to talk between the divine masculine and feminine. I got some questions here about relationship stuff. We're going to get some clarity and guidance on what's being awakened, what's breaking away, what's been transforming, what's the lesson, what are we seeing, what are we not seeing, and how do we move forward, and what are the blessings. And then these other ones I mentioned, I'm just going to do some cards for those in different parts of their relationships right now. So welcome to the official start of the reading. I will obviously have just done a time marker for those that wanted to move right to this portion of the reading. So thank you everybody that is here. Thank you for subscribing, liking, sharing, and make sure this is a collective reading. So if you're here, there's a reason why you're here for this reading, and take what resonates and what doesn't. Release, trusting yourself and what is best for you at this time. As always, I will post what cards I am using. I post them in the order that you see me use them, just in case you guys are interested and you want to go search that yourself. So let's get started here. So we're going to tap into some support and some themes and guidance as we're moving into this reading for the season of Aquarius in 2021, starting on January 19th, going to the 18th of February, where you're seeking support and guidance within the divine masculine and feminine within us, but also as we reflect with that in real relationships. And as we, there we go. Let's just take that one. And I feel like I just want, we are going to take that, and I'm going to pull another one. We want some support and guidance in those. I really feel like a lot of people are transforming in relationships. There's a lot of movement in light right now. So we're going to get some support on that. And I just see that one wants to come out. All right. Okay, so this one flew out. So we want to take that. This one I'm pulling here. So ego, see from a higher perspective. And this was sage. Be devoted and committed. And any of you that are watching this that are part of the Mind Shift program, we just did our Universal Laws class, our 5th one, and we talked a lot about devotion and commitment. So that may be just a little bit of an extra one, because I know some of you guys from that program that I support and that I'm part of, you guys will know exactly what that's about. So sage, knowing yourself, being your own higher truth and wisdom, reconnecting with that, and being devoted and committed. So let's get the next card here. Ask the spirit for support and guidance. Support and guidance for this Aquarius season. Harmonizing and balancing our divine masculine and feminine within us. Step out of your comfort zone. North Node. Alrighty. Step out of your comfort zone. Moving my cards out of the way to create some space. And another supporting card here. I'll talk to you guys here in a little bit, just a moment, about what a North Node is, if you guys don't know what that is. One more guiding support, being the energy that you need to be focusing on, that you want us to be aware of for this Aquarius season 2021 spirit. Burst of magic. Oh, freaking thank goodness. Don't we all want a little burst of magic in our lives? So here we go. Here we talk about, we have ego, looking at things from a higher perspective. So I'm getting a really strong message here, especially when it comes to any emotional stuff as we're moving through stuff, any relationship stuff that's coming up. You know, be aware of the emotions and where you are, but also lift up and out, lift higher, lift into your higher, loving, compassionate self, to source, and look at things from that connective, pure vibration. And that goes very lovely with, you know, when we are our own sage and we connect into that devotion, commitment to ourselves and to spirit and what that looks like, we are coming from a higher soul loving space. So the north node here, this is where we'll have a different area where our north node sits on our astrology chart, but wherever the north node is, the north node is asking you, it's kind of gifting you with a little bit of insight into this particular human life, this lifetime that you're in, what your goal, what energy, what you're moving towards within this particular life. When we look at a south node, it's what we came from and what we know we had in reflections. This is moving out. And of course, when we typically in our north node, we are having to move a bit of our comfort zone. The south is our comfort zone. The north wants us to grow. So there's a message here, like we need to step out of our comfort zone. And those of you that know what your north node is, I feel like this is a strong message. Also, go check that out. Go see what sign it's in. Go read a little bit about that. Refresh your memory. If you don't know, you can also reach out to me because I do readings in regards to that for people's natal charts, and we can go check that out. But the main top note here is there's this stepping out of our comfort zone, which makes sense. We're going into Aquarius. We want to step forward. We want identity. We want a new path. We want to move and experience. And a burst of magic, theme and burst of magic. So be open to magic, be open to miracles, be open to possibility and everything that you want. Believe and trust in that and look and expect to see it like it's around. So it's such beauty for us to be moving into a new here for this next season, coming from our higher soul self here and trusting that there is this beautiful burst of magic and miracles and everything that I feel like almost things will be a little bit more illuminated at times. So be open and be aware to receive them and invite them into. So let's get some cards here for the divine masculine and feminine. So divine masculine and feminine, we all have divine masculine and feminine in us. No matter what gender you are, there's this balance, this harmony that we are moving and seeking and balancing and learning about when we need to dance with what parts, when they have to be equal, what parts have to step up at other times. And then we can also look at divine masculine and feminine, especially when you're looking at relationship stuff, right? You can be looking at your counterpart. If you're female, obviously you're looking over at your, possibly if you're with a divine masculine, if that's how your situation is, that you're looking over to that, and vice versa for the male. But even as same-sex couples, of course, everyone kind of moves between what they're holding with their divine masculine and feminine. So trust whatever area that you want to see this relation or this reading in, that you know what is right for you, what energy is flowing for you, and where it needs to take you individually. So always take these readings within yourself, I would suggest. But I know relationship wise, you're going to be wanting to read male, female, and partners, counterparts. You might even want to do the reading once, one way, and then come and listen to it again, taking it from the other direction, going deeper. One card. So we want to see, I'm just doing a little connecting to what's going on with the divine masculine right now. Just 3 cards here for the divine masculine, where he's at. I'm not going to take these upside down. I sometimes do, but most of the time I don't. Unless I get a very strong message that they're like, you need to. So we got divine masculine here. We got 2 of swords, Ace of Pentacles, and King of Cups. So here he is. He's like, already, like, as we're entering into the season, the divine masculine and the divine masculine within us, you know, there's a bit of a tug and a war within light and dark, within our minds, within our thoughts, just some things that are pointing a little bit out of the mind. But there's this Ace of Pentacles, this new offering, this new start, this blessing that's being offered and given to us in a very physical world here with the Pentacles. And then we have the King of Cups. And, you know, he's moving and he's working with his emotional state, mastering his emotions, mastering within how it's moving, flowing, tranquility, the movement of energy within himself. So he's working with this being balanced, seeing that there's something coming in here that's being offered, that's going to have roots to grow and blossom, and that he knows that there is this place that he wants to come into to be able to master the mind, master what's coming in, the gifts and the offerings. Okay, let's see where the divine feminine is into the Aquarius season. Touching in, where is divine feminine at this time? We have the King of Wands. She's mastering, working within the masculine side of herself, of passions. She's working with the passions, energies, the Two of Swords. She got the Two of Swords too. So she's working with that yin and yang, the things that are pulling at her a bit, and mastering that. And then the Eight of Swords, you know, anything that's been tying down, struggling her. She wants movement. She wants freedom. She's looking towards the energy and the hope and the light. We have this swan here is a little tangled up at two little cards. I'm just going to look at those because they want to jump out. She's got these swords around her, but she's looking up. There's beautiful hummingbird here. Hummingbird is joy and light and love. And she's wanting to reach up and have movement to joy and light. So very, in some ways here, the masculine's working with the emotional state and the waters, right, within mastering. The feminine's working with the fire, the passion, the heat, and trying to move into that light and the freedom, freeing herself, having that movement, and watching the bounce between the Two of Swords, right, having the bounce, having that choice, making a decision between what's lower, plus the energies and thoughts, to higher. Here we have a beautiful swan up on this. The hummingbird's right there in front of a heart that's hanging on this here. And so what's the movement? What's the choice going to be for her? So this is energetic search. Yeah, I'm just going to have a quick little look at what these two cards that jumped out. So we have the Knight of Wands, some movements. So these that just jumped out while I was talking to you guys of the deck. So there's movement. There's possibly a knight, a male coming in. There's movement, action coming in that's going to be bringing some fire. And of course, you have the king here. So just a little side note for a couple of you, probably more than a couple of you actually, that there is an energy, a possibility, a strength, and fire moving in, possibly coming into your life. And the other one was the Seven of Pentacles. So there's also going to be actually quite a bit of choices over this. So take that for, I think that's a little extra little love note there for some of you about male coming in, but also possible lots of choices here, but fire and passion and move it happening. So just take note of that, whoever needs that. All right. Move these guys up. Gonna create some space here. All righty. So, okay, so I have written down a couple little things that I wanted us to tap into that were coming up. So what is transforming right now? What is transforming? What is the old that's actually breaking away? And what are the lessons that are seen and not seen right now? And what is the movement for it? So let's go with what's breaking away first. That feels good. What's breaking away for the divine masculine at this time? What old, we have the tower. I just saw the tower at the bottom there. Definitely things are breaking away there for the divine masculine. What are the old energies and beliefs? The divine masculine is it's breaking away. It's letting go right now. What is it? What are the beliefs? What's the energetics that's releasing to be transformed and blessed from the divine, and for the divine masculine? For and from the divine masculine. 3 cards, please, of course. Let's see, the tower did come up. The 7 of Wands. Okay. Queen of Wands here. The tower. and 7 of Wands. So fire, action, movement, wanting the peace. So there's some, you know, there's definitely with the Tower, we have that breaking away, the transformation, things are crumbling. In order for there to be movement to inner peace is what I'm hearing. To be able to come into harmony within alignment of his passions, I'm hearing, within fire that burns within him, and for him to, I'm hearing like anything that's been holding him back about, things have been tripping him up in regards to the divine or divine feminine side of himself and relationships. There's some old beliefs and obstacles that he's overcoming in regards to the divine feminine within himself. But also, I feel definitely for some people, for some divine masculines, it's definitely things are being overcome that with a divine feminine in your life is being transformed and transmuted right now. Because it came before the Tower, I feel like there's definitely some divine masculines that are letting go of a certain feminine in their life, but they're also breaking down and letting go of things that were holding them back from the divine feminine, of them receiving that part of themselves and being okay with it, so that they can come into this harmony, this movement, this energy of being peace within themselves, because there's been things that have been actually distracting him and moving him around so much, and choices he's seeking through this journey right now to find the peace and the passion within himself. That's a really strong message. All right, so divine and feminine, what is breaking away? What is releasing to be transformed? What is breaking away and releasing to be transformed for the divine feminine? Please. I'm not gonna, I obviously picked these up the wrong way. Okay, let's see what we got here. First card out here was Temperance. Then we have the 8 of Pentacles. I'm like, do we already? No, we didn't get the Ace of Pentacles anywhere. The 8 of Pentacles, and then the 2 of Cups. Huh. Wow. Okay. So this, you know, we're asking what's like breaking away. What's being kind of transformed to be released and let go of right now. Let's see. I'm hearing she's right now, there's been some fear and worries and doubts. What I'm hearing that she's trying to break through, whether she's supported divinely, whether she can trust, she's trusting herself, or she's trusting source and spirit around her right now. She's letting go of things outside of herself that might be pulling at her, questioning certain things within, whether she is trusting herself, which is there a beautiful balance within what she desires. She's questioning a lot of things right now about balance and harmony and being supported. Is she supported enough? Is there the harmony, which, you know, Temperance, there is that balance and harmony that's being asked and supported, and there's a higher guidance that is there for her. So we're asking about what's being transformed and for her, what's breaking away is any of the shadow stuff, anything that's been pulling at her that she has not been trusting herself, or trusting that she is supported, or trusting that she knows what's best for herself and what brings her harmony, what's the yin and yang. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles. So lots of different options and movement. There's this, you know, the spider and this web, and she's been getting a little caught up in this web of things. And there's hard work and choices here for her. But what's really true? I think she's really in her right now trying to understand what is real, what is true, what does she want, what is serving her highest point, her highest purpose, her highest goals, what she wants, what does she need, what doesn't she need. What is true, what is not true. She's like sorting a lot of things out to fine tune. I hear fine tune, especially when we have this web here, right? Like the littlest movement within that web, right? It felt everywhere. It's a pattern, this beautiful intrinsic pattern this spider has woven. So what parts does she really want? What is truth? What is not truth? This is what she's kind of going in to really release some things that just she doesn't need anymore. So she can bring that light and harmony in. And then she has the Two of Cups, which I do think this is what she's working towards. She's trying to transform within to have this beautiful Two of Cups energy. And that's a very divine masculine and feminine energy here. This is like a very sacred union card, coming together, partnerships, unions, love, balance within ourselves, love within ourselves, and love and partnerships with another. I think she's trying to make her way into this energy to be blessed and transformed. But there's she's very much right now in this internal world, sorting things out. Like I'm hearing filing, like house cleaning, filing out shit that just don't need, and like keeping what she wants, right? And I can definitely say for those, because I know there's quite a few of you that are following here, and I know collectively around me, a lot of people are going through a lot of different relationships, new beginnings. And there's this like, there's a bravery in it. And within that, there's this filtering within ourselves. It's like, where am I at now? What feels good? What doesn't feel good? What do I need to let go of and to not bring with me anymore? And what do I need to step into? And what do I want to bring with me for this union? So that's the message I'm getting there for what the breakthrough, what's the releasing, what's the transformational energy that's happening for the divine feminine right now. So, and the other questions, I'm feeling like, what is the lessons here? So, I am going to do a little bit of something here in the middle for that one. What's the lesson? So, I'm going to pull, a few cards here. So, divine masculine lessons that are being moved through, and I'm going to see what the storyline in between the two are for that. So what's the lessons right here for the month, for the Aquarius season, for the divine masculine? The Hangman. The Ten of Wands and the Empress. Sweet. All right, let's pull out our same thing over here. 3 cards, please. The divine feminine. What's the lessons? What are they working through? What's coming up here during this transformation, this journey of the Aquarius season for the divine feminine in relationship to herself and sacred union within, but also within her relationships? What are the lessons here? Okay. And that's all a good, just so you guys know. Nothing bad there. I have a little drink here. Okay. So divine masculine's got the Hangman, the Ten of Wands, and the Empress. The lessons, what's moving through. So there's this, the Hangman, there's this illumination of things that are starting to come in, a surrendering, having to go within, heightened information that is a spiritual growth energy that's coming from through the divine masculine. He's also been very weary. I mean, he's been gone through a journey, and he's questioning, like, what do I need to carry? What do I need to have with me? What can I lay down right now? Because there's things that need to be let go of. And where do I need to open up and ask possibly for support here? And what's coming forward? So there's been a journey here for the divine masculine. There's some enlightenment, there's some energy, there's some newness, there's trusting, surrendering that's coming in, and this awareness that it's been kind of a long, tough journey. And what is feeling him now? What is really true? What's left of this journey? And moving into his balance within the empress of himself with the divine feminine, balancing that divine feminine, divine masculine, but the birthing, wanting to birth and create and have more joy, more abundance, more connection in his life too. Like, I'm hearing the divine masculine wants to be whole and seen. And we're really moving through that collectively, trying to help and support and raise within old belief systems and things and stuff we put on males, just like on the females. There's this wanting of wholeness and fullness and abundance and that of this journey of these lessons that are coming in, that he is seeking, that he is moving forward in. The divine feminine here, she gets death. Death card, just the rebirthing. We have the phoenix in this card and the lessons that she has to let go. Something has to die. It's a closing out in here, closing out that story, the old book. And what is going to be reborn? What's coming through the ashes? What does not need to come anymore? What really has to be closed out? The lessons, like what needs to be done? And what are you birthing to? Like what truly brings you joy, desires, everything that your heart desires? What is that? And then we have the Three of Swords, and there's loss here. There's things that have to be let go of. There's endings within relationships. There's an honoring of hurt and pain and loss, a heartache, and battles that have been through, especially battles of the heart. There's a witnessing on him, but it has, I'm getting the lessons like we need to honor, see that, but it has to be just done. Done, right? Honor, move on. Stop, I'm hearing stop continuing on an old story. And then the 10 of Cups. Very interesting enough, the reflection, I'll just say the reflection that the divine masculine and feminine are getting here with each stage of the cards. So divine feminine, 10 of Cups is like that fulfillment at everything that you've wanted within. All your cups are runneth over. Everything is full, from friends to family to love to career to abundance to vitality to community, like everything. It's just full. Just like this Empress card, it's very full, abundant blessing cards. The lessons are moving. I feel like moving both the divine masculine and feminine, but you know, there's a lightning, there's a rebirth and transformation with both of these cards. You have the Handmaiden and this Death card for them. And then, you know, this 10 of Wands to this 3 of Swords, they're about like assessing, like there has been hardship and challenges, but it's time to end, time to put to rest, to heal and move forth so you can get to this. So the divine masculine and feminine are definitely in synchronicity right now with things. There's, and this kind of tells me there's more sacred union coming in, more healthier relationships are coming in for both counterparts, and also within ourselves. Like we need to witness both sides of ourselves and have them come in. And this is like a reflection that these are coming in together. So these, like I said, I want to do in the middle here, these cards here. I have this Viceversa deck, which I just got. And I just want to pull a few cards for that, for the what's not being seen, what's the seen and unseen, like what's maybe just tripping up, or you know, what needs to be revealed. There's that. What, you know, maybe still a little bit in the shadow side for the masculine and feminine. I'm just gonna do something here in the middle for that right now. For the what between the two of them, since there's such a mirroring here, we're asking what do they need to be seen. So upwards here we get the 10 of Swords. I mean, what's not being seen, right? This is what's not being seen. It's like, how freaking hard and what you've really been through. Are you honoring and seeing what you really have been through? Divine masculine and divine feminine. Are you honoring that? Are you having a really deep sacred breath? And a little bit of rest. I mean, this guy's like Freaking, he's got like 10 swords on him. He's down. Look at it's pierced his armor. I mean, it's pierced freaking everything. It looks like he's down in the water too. Like it's like he's out. He's down. He's like, holy frig. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. But what comes from this is looking at it. This is, yeah, exactly. I'm just like, here, exactly. It's like, what moves you through this unseen is stepping out of it. See this here? He stepped out of his own armor. He's seeing, he's looking at this. He doesn't have to be this anymore. That moon is in eclipse. It's a black moon, but it's eclipse sun actually. So I shouldn't say it's moon. It looks like a black moon, but that's an eclipse sun. So what needs to be revealed is going to be revealed. You don't have to be this anymore. This is what's like maybe tripping up some of you. You can step out of it, witness it for what it is, and carry on. Don't need to carry all this with you. You don't need to take that freaking armor with you guys anymore. You don't have to take all those freaking swords. I mean, I'm just having a quick little look if there's anything else little in this card that I'm missing. But yeah, no, just like you don't have to take any of that. And then we have the Empress. Oh, sorry, it's not the Empress. It's the Nine of, she looks very much like she could be the Empress in this deck, but this is actually the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles, you know, she's sure of herself. She's good on her own. She's accomplished certain things. She's got this bunny with her. She's holding a dove up. There's, you know, a dove up on her hand. There's sunshine, everything. Like, she's good. She's got it. She's got it on her own. But if we flip it over, what we got? We also have the balance of the night and day, that there has to be harmony and balance. If we get too independent, trying to push and be on our own and thinking we got to do it all on our own, we're missing the other side. We're missing the harmony and the balance. And on the flip side of this card is the nighttime, is the full moon, the illuminations. We have sun on this side, the beauty in her garden, and everything is beautiful and great. And I think a lot of us have managed to come through and being very strong, independently with what we've accomplished, who we are, what we want. But we also need this side of the night, of the quietness, of the illumination. We have the Tower is right here. You cannot see that she has the Tower in front of her, but there's the Tower. It's strong. It's standing strong. It's not crumbled. We also have a divine masculine with an ego coming to him. So she's got, you know, Herbert, he's got his, everything's together, everything's in harmony. But if we stay too much, this is a message, if you stay too much on your own, so independent, strong, which is beautiful, if you don't let anybody else in, you're going to miss something. You're going to miss the divine masculine, your counterpart, or vice versa, because this is the message for both of you, divine masculine and feminine. You're going to miss each other. So you got to open up. Are you being too closed off, too independent? Open up, have the balance and harmony. And then we have another, we have the Nine of Wands here. I feel like did somebody, oh no, we got the Nine of, or sorry, the 10. So he's been through his journey. The 10 over here, right, was like, oh, forget, I'm done. It's done. 10 is that completion before we go into mastery of certain things. Done. He's got his one. He's like picked one. He's like, friggin' man, look, he's been through a battle, as you can see. Someone's off, his head's bandaged. It's like, it has been a journey. He's going to take the one. He's going to leave what needs to be left. And it's going to take the one as he continues and moves forward. Flip side is, guess what? Here it is again, guys. We're getting a lot of this. And like I said, this middle reading is for divine masculine and feminine together here, the union. Guess what's right in front of him? Support, help, the divine feminine. There's a lot here. We have, this card was showing, you know, her. This card is showing him, if we look at the divine masculine and feminine. She's in her strength and her power, but he's up here, right? He's up on the tower. He's choosing what he needs to. And if he looks up, because right now he's not looking up on this side, but if he looks up, there she is. There's support, there's guidance. She's reaching her hand out to him. There is help. There's union right in front of both of them. It's almost like what's tripping up possibly the divine masculine, what's not being seen is things like being too focused on what journey you've been through and the hardships. Gotta move yourself out of it. Being too independent, if you were to open up and receive, you'll see that there is balance and harmony and illumination and another path. There's more that's there in front of you. And through the journey, we got to lift up and look ahead to see what is there. So there's a strong message of letting go, opening up, looking ahead, opening the heart, and receiving. So these are like, this is what is maybe not seen, that you're not quite seeing, that needs to be seen as you move forward, as you're wanting to transform through this. And then we had, what's the blessings? What's the blessings here? They're coming in for the divine masculine and feminine, and actions as they move forward. Is there an action or anything that needs to happen as they are moving forward? So I'm going to read the action blessing card. Like, let's see. I'm going to do card readings for what's the blessings are coming in, and then a message for kind of maybe the message will help you with your action, what needs to come through for you to move and claim this. So what are the blessings that are coming in from all this journey through the Aquarius season for the divine masculine? We already see it here, guys, at the end. It's already peaking. Let's just get a little bit more here. Coming out of like confusion of the mind, celebration, victory, that's the 6 of Wands, and the new journey. So divine masculine's getting out of confusion of like being in his mind too much, of their celebration, reward coming forth, and passion. It's also a union card too, and the Fool, the new beginning, taking that leap, having faith and taking a leap of a new story, a new journey that is in front of you, even though you don't know what exactly it is. So that is the energies and the blessings that are coming in for the divine masculine. And so we get 3 cards here for the divine feminine and her journey, the Aquarius season. Oh, she's got 2 cards that she just wants to come together. So 7 of Wands, the Moon, so things being coming out through the illumination, and the 5 of Wands. Okay, so for the divine feminine, the 7 of Wands, right? There's like, can be a struggle trying to fight. What do you want? So there's going to be more clarity. And here the blessings is the understanding, clarity of what you're going to choose to take, to learn, and move forward with. The lessons that you have been going through, the journeys, you're going to get more understanding and truth and clarity about what the movement of actions that you want to move forward with. There's going to be illumination and understanding through the Moon that's going to help to illuminate what it is that you want. What are your dreams that are going to become more illuminated, especially obviously I'm hearing through nighttime, through dream time, things are going to be more clear. More intuition is going to be heightening for the feminine with the Moon. Also, I'm hearing stay open to around the full moon on the 20th of January. There might be heightened illuminations or things, and magical things, and burst of magic. I just heard burst of magic coming in around the 28th for you. And the 5 of Wands, fives, movement, change. What do we want? What are we juggling? What do we have to maybe put some energy and action to? So there is some more, maybe a little bit more choice and action and movement, just to really claim divine feminine, what you want for these blessings that are coming in, and claim it and move it and put momentum in. And once again, anybody that's following me through that are part of the sacred, not the sacred, the mind shift in the universal laws, momentum, energy focus. What do we want so that we can have and claim the blessings and the life we want? Whew. Okay. So gonna leave a card here for them of the any guidance, any movement, any action, anything that needs to come in. What is Spirit saying for the divine masculine right now for the Aquarius season? Anything of a support and guidance within himself. What message that will support him, guide him as he moves forward, transform, and has a very beautiful, blessed Aquarius season for the divine masculine. Puffin, partnership. Of course, partnership. There's so much partnership coming in for both of them. But we saw it quite a bit over on the divine masculine side here. It says, accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. I believe that was a message in there. Ask for help. Look up, right? Teamwork will give you the best results. Okay, guys? And let's get a card here for, move that over, for the divine feminine. Support and guidance that will help her through her journey in Aquarius season. Oh, unicorn. I mean, oh, this is a beautiful card. This is a new deck for me. So like I haven't seen all these cards yet. It's unicorn. Infinite possibilities. Oh. Sorry, I'm just going to breathe into that. Oh. You are the sovereign of the seen and the unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Abandon the darkness. Anything's been tripping you up, right? We've been saying that. We've been seeing that from the divine feminine. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary to become legendary. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So you guys can see that card. Okay, we're almost done, guys. I said this was going to be a little bit of a long one, and I just wanted to pull a bit of guidance cards for 4 different types of relationships and stages, just for some guidance for those that are needing it for this month. And that was going to be those that are looking for new love or ready for new relationships, those that are out there online dating, letting people know that they are seeking to meet people, they're open to new beginnings. And I'm just going to grab another deck for that. Okay, so seeking guidance from card and support here. Spirit, for those that are, just support them, those that are available, looking and open for a new relationship, a new sacred counterpart in relationship, whatever that may look like and feel like, any support and guidance for the Aquarius season for them. Protection. She's holding this beautiful, the earth there, it's around her belly, there's illumination from her heart. So I'm hearing very clearly about knowing what is healthy, knowing what your boundaries are, what you want, what you don't want, speaking your truth, coming from your heart space, knowing that there's so much abundance too. There's so many possibilities and avenues and choices, and that they're all there for you. But being sure of what you hold and value within yourself gives you this essence and this divine protection. You are safe to move out and start looking and receiving a new relationship. But it comes from making sure that you are whole and within yourself as you do so. So card for those that are in a relationship already with somebody, support and guidance as they're navigating their relationship over this Aquarius season. Life purpose. So we have like a mirroring above and below, moon and sun. It's like this beautiful entwined energy. So I'm hearing reflection. reminders that we are woven together when we are with our counterparts, that there is a sacred reflection that's happening, a dance that is happening between you. Be on the lookout for that. It will also help you find your life purpose. So those that are in a relationship right now, and if you're wondering about your life purpose, look at the partner, look at what's happening, what's being reflected about yourself, how you're feeling, what is illuminated and what is hidden. And in that will give you support and guidance for your life purpose. And guidance and support for those that are ending a relationship. They're in that transformational part of the releasing before they enter into the next stage for themselves. 2 cards came out for them. Boundaries and clarity. So once again, so those that are in the transition, I almost feel like this is like, you know, because you're in a transition, so there's a little bit of foot in, foot out as you're moving forward. So know what your boundaries are, know what is right for you, stay very centered, very grounded. You just may have to be doing that a little bit more. You may have to put some healthy, clearer boundaries so that you can move into the next and let go of this old and have the clarity I feel like the clarity is going to come and the new birthing, the illumination, as you kind of lift up, I'm seeing as you lift up your foot out and off of that other relationship and of that other stage and firmly start moving into the next stage, what that might be for you, that there'll be more clarity. And look at, there's even a beautiful spear of divine protection and a boundary within that, right? But it's a more illuminated and bright and colorful. It's almost like, I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but she's got like a spear around her up here. It's almost like it's starting to form and then it forms. And then I want to get a card here. One last card, guys. This is for those that are on the twin flame journey. And if you are on the twin flame journey, you know exactly who you are and what that's all about for you. It's a little support and guidance for the Aquarius season for you on your journey, you and your counterparts. Twin flame. What support and guidance is there for you for this month of Aquarius season? Manifestation. What do you want to manifest? Get clear, the illumination, the full moon there, setting the intentions. What do you want? What do you bring in? Be illuminated, stand strong, show yourself. Let yourself be seen by the illumination here of the moon. So there might be some really strong stuff to happen and to take part in, even around that full moon and in that fiery full moon of Leo on the 28th of January. So manifesting. So also like there's things that are manifesting. For those of you that are not, there is definitely a message here in our card readings, guys, for the Divine Masculine. There is definitely a mirroring, a coming together. Things are going to be manifesting in different ways and coming in with more clarity and illumination for you. Whew. And just like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed that reading. Take what resonates, as I always say. I do offer individual readings for relationships and sacred, very sacred contracts and numerology and various things. So check out my scheduling appointments for that. If you're interested to book something with me, I'll put that in the description along with all of these cards I just used will be listed there for you. I hope you guys have a beautiful Aquarius season that's starting just in a few days. Big hug, lots of love, lots of light to you guys, and see you with the next reading. And please feel free to share this with others if you feel as though this may support and help them on their journey. Bye for now.